Welcome to another episode of 3rd and 3 with Coach Roger Holmes. I'm Jason Holcomb, joined as always by the coach. Coach, we kicked off our week in a kind of an odd form, but we wanted to recognize and celebrate the life and legacy of legendary coach George Hagler. Had a special memorial service out here at Shamrock Bowl. Couldn't have asked for better weather. Beautiful family, good crowd. Also grateful we were able to live stream that for folks who weren't able to make it. Coach, tell me, what were your lasting impressions from last week?
Well, it was great to be able to honor such a fine person in George Hagler. It was a beautiful day. I think the thing that may have stood out more to me than anything, and hopefully you could see it on the live stream video, and don't know where they came from, but those gold butterflies that kept circling around Coach Hagler's casket touched me pretty good.
It touched me too. I kept noticing those, and just want to say I got a little dirt in my eye a couple times too. And if you guys want to check that out, it's still on our district Facebook page. Again, it was a beautiful service, and the lasting memory that I'll take from it is family. That's where it sits with me. But Coach, I know Coach Hagler would not want us to linger on that for too long, because he wants us focused on football. And our kicking game's been fantastic all year, and no difference last week. That third phase played an integral part in our victory over Johnson County. Talk to us for a second, Coach, about those different factors that played a role in our big win.
Well, number one, I think our young men might have played their best football game of the year, Jason, last Friday night in all three phases, because I still truly believe that we played a very good, solid football team in Johnson County. Now, we had them outmanned up front, but skilled kid-wise and those type things, man, those number 3, the quarterback, number 2, number 4, those young men can play for anybody. They're tremendous players. Our kicking game was solid. They didn't give you many opportunities to exploit things in the kicking game other than a huge block punt we had there. They chose to onside kick the thing a couple of times, and we were fortunate to get out of there with those and handle those the way we needed. One went out of bounds, and we were able to get another one, which set us up in great field position.
Right.
I think the other thing that was a major factor in turning the game into a one-sided game was our fourth down stops. Rather than punt the ball and play for any type of field position the same as kickoffs, they chose to go for it. And I think we had 2, maybe 3 fourth down stops in our own territory, which gave us a short field and an easy opportunity to score. But I think it was a big win for us in all phases. We played well. We attempted 2 passes. One of them was a big third down catch for a first down on 3rd and long, and the other was a play action pass that David Folsom called a beautifully thrown ball and got in the end zone. We had Jaquarian Monday come back off of an injury, and it was great to see him finally get back in the end zone where he hadn't really been able to play any offense for us for 2 weeks. Elijah Cates got a touchdown there in the second half. And, if you go back and look at that series, Elijah probably carried the ball 6 or 7 times. He's a senior. He's a backup fullback playing behind Josh Cates. But a lot of the reason we were a good football team on Friday night, and the reason that we were able to hold their 1,000-yard rusher to 33 yards was because Elijah Cates simulated him all week in practice and did a phenomenal job of giving us great effort and trying to do everything he could to give us the opportunity to hone in on that guy. And that was kind of a reward to Elijah, to try to make sure that he had an opportunity to get in the end zone.
I tell you, Coach, it's always great to be able to see so many different kids get playing time, especially in those second halves, because that helps keep our starters fresh deep into the season and also gives them an opportunity to hone their skills. And just thankful that we're able to get another big win. And right now we want to celebrate our Optum Player of the Week. All right, Coach. Well, Nathaniel's been playing lights out for a while now. In fact, I think this is his second Player of the Week honor. So I know seeing the defense cracking pads hard has to make you excited because that helps your offense tremendously as well.
Well, there's no doubt. And not only did he play well on the defensive side of the ball, I think it might have been his best performance of the year defensively, but offensively he had a good night. And he responded well because we had a little talk in my office the other day that I think Nathaniel had lost some of his focus, lost some of his intensity and what it takes for him to be a good football player. But it showed up again the other night after we had those conversations. Couldn't be more proud of him the way he responded to corrective criticism. You know, a lot of times guys can't handle that. Well, Nathaniel handled it in a very professional way and went out and played to the level that we think that he should and could be playing at.
Yes, he's a fantastic player. I love watching him, especially when that energy gets high. It's fun to watch. That defense just starts swarming and circling. That's when you know you're in for a good evening. Well, Coach, I don't know if Lucky's going to be in for a good evening after last week's battery kerfluffle. We're going to have to see if he's been able to tone down his Vols trash talk on this week's Ask Lucky.
Lucky, did you see that UT Arkansas game?
I did, and it isn't going to work.
Yeah, Markell passed for more yards in one throw than Harrison Bailey did the whole game.
I saw that as well, but it's not going to work.
What do you mean?
Your attempt to goad me into saying something smart about the Vols.
Now why would I do that?
Because you saw what Coach did to me last week, and I've got too much work to do for senior week to afford losing my battery again.
Now that wouldn't benefit any of us, but they gave up 24 unanswered to Arkansas. I mean, geez, Arkansas?
Barry, you won't get me to say that. If you polled most Knoxville area kindergartners, they would say, Daddy calls him Coach Blewett. You just won't.
Wait a minute.
No, don't even try.
Well, Coach, he's gotten a little bit better. You know, he said he wasn't going to talk about the Vols, but then it almost like he snuck one in there right at the end. So I don't know. I'm not the Vols fan.
He's a little hard-headed and he's a little cantankerous, and he's trying to establish his dominance. And taking his battery away from him was a way to show him that we can shut him down. But he knows that we got to give him his battery back so he can go to work. Well, I guess the next step is take the charger away from him. We're going to have to do whatever we can, or the Vols are going to have to start playing better. One of the two.
One of the two or both. I'm sure you wouldn't mind both.
Both would be all right.
That'd be the best way. And we really need Lucky on his P's and Q's this week because, as we all know, this week is senior week.
Yes.
And we're going to be celebrating our football players and our cheerleaders. And we're so excited to be able to honor those children for their contributions to the program in the different ways. But we can't get too excited about it in some respect because we got a Telfair County team that would love nothing more than to come into Shamrock Bowl on senior night and give us an L that could impact our region standings as far as the number one seed's concerned. Coach, what do the Irish have to do to remain focused even with all the distraction that's going to be going on?
Well, the first thing, Jason, is senior night is special because for all these young men, their parents have made a lot of sacrifices, not only for them to be an athlete, but for them to have the things that they need as they've grown up to be successful. And we've got a great group of parents who really support their kids. And that senior night recognition is going to start at 7, okay? So that'll start here in the Shamrock Bowl, and we hope our fans are here in time to see that. Now, unfortunately, there are a lot of people that think Dublin has clinched the region championship, and that is not the case.
No.
We have put ourselves in a position to control our own destiny. We have to win one of our last 2 games to go into the region playoffs as the number 1 seed. Obviously, it would be great to handle that in the Shamrock Bowl because as we talk to our kids all the time, if you can take care of your business in the Shamrock Bowl and you're going to have to win 1 or 2 games on the road, you have a chance to get to where everybody would like to get to. Well, I can't think of a better way for us to try to seal a region championship than on senior night in the Shamrock Bowl. Now, when you talk about Telfair County, they've kind of been an up and down football team.
Yes.
They're kind of a team that's been looking for their own identity. They're on their 3rd quarterback right now, and that quarterback is very athletic, and he's doing a great job. Number 4, He moves around. He's left-handed. He's thrown the ball pretty well. They're huge. They may be the largest football team that's come into the Shamrock Bowl, maybe since I've been here. You know,
Wow.
I told our kids we've got an advantage. When we're on offense, we'll get to run downhill all night. And when they're on offense, they're going to have to run uphill because they are so big up front that jokingly, but we tell them the field is going to tilt whichever side they're on because they are legitimately huge up front. Now, I'm concerned because of the weather.
Right.
You know, we're supposed to get all this rain coming in. Rain Tuesday afternoon, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, and even a part of Friday morning. Wet field conditions often tend to favor the bigger,
Right.
stronger football team. So for us, execution, pad level, playing with low pads, because in this game, low man wins, is going to be a big key to our success.
We hope that the Irish are able to be successful, and we want to make sure that you're able to participate in encouraging that success. We've got a variety of options available to you. Obviously, we'd love for you to come to the game. Limited tickets as always, so be sure if you can buy them online in advance so that you know you can be there to celebrate your senior or your player. Also, want to know that they'll be on sale the night of at the ticket booth. Same price as always for regular season. But then we've got a couple digital options available to you. First off, NFHS. Mr. Ellenberg and his staff put on a great live stream. They partner with Q1013, which is our radio broadcast team of Coach Strick and Todd Gay. They put together a high intensity, high energy broadcast, and that radio broadcast is available on the radio or on the internet. And obviously NFHS partners with Coach Strick and them, and that broadcast is part of the live stream. So we want you guys to try to take advantage of all of those options to help celebrate these young men. I mean, Coach, if we're able to win these next couple of games, it could be a historic thing. It's looking like possibly an 18th region championship if we're able to take care of business. It'd be fun to celebrate, but we're not going to think too far ahead. We need to focus on practice in these games. But more importantly than all that, we must ask you a question. All right, Coach. Well, we're recognizing another legend, this one in the game show realm. Alex Trebek, as everybody knows, sadly passed away last week from cancer, but lived a fantastic life.
Put up a great fight, too.
Yes, he did. That you would have never known. And he even sat there and teased about his skin tone color because of his treatment. He said, I might look a little red or orange, but it's fine. And so thankful that he's been able to be on the TV. My family still watches that show pretty much nightly because we're a bunch of nerds. But we're going to go ahead and throw it to it, Coach. This week in honor of Alex Trebek, we've got, I guess you'd say 1970s Alex. Even got him a little afro, it looks like, with that mustache. And then we're going to take it to, I think, the modern Alex that I think most people know. Who you got this week, Coach?
Both of them are fabulous. But I'm going with the 70s look because that is a well-groomed, nice, thick mustache.
Yes, it is. It's right there toward Magnum PI level.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very, very nice to say the least. Well, we want to thank you guys as always for tuning in this week. Want to make sure that you participate and celebrate these young people, whether it's the seniors, the cheerleaders, whoever. These people are putting in lots of hours that you guys don't see and on Friday nights. That's happening all during the week. Come celebrate these young people, help these Irish try to fight for another region championship. And as always, this has been 3rd and 3 with Coach Roger Holmes.